All right, Democrats are jumping out of the window. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm pissed off at the Founding Fathers. They had the start date of 35. They just didn't give us the end date. Well, everybody died, so they didn't have to give the end date. I don't want to deal with Donald Trump and what he said was true. It's a given, certain things. I'm not going to talk about CNN. Here's what Biden did. He said he was going to run for one term, and he's doing it to restore democracy. He now runs for a second term. First bit of malarkey, as he would say. Then he says that this is for it's a quintessential thought about saving democracy, and it's so important, etc. His cohorts have told us that he's healthy for over a year. And I think it was 2 weeks ago, there was an article in the Wall Street Journal. And I had a father who died at 92, but at 81, I took away his car. And it's a very simple test for me. If you were driving from, anyway they understand, from downtown Beverly Hills to Malibu, would you want Biden to do it at night? Would you want Trump to do it at night? Or would you want neither? If the answer is neither, you cannot have them running a $27 trillion company called the United States.
Okay.
And then we sat in a situation where he went to France for the 80th anniversary and talked about the sacrifice that those soldiers made for us. So he has said, and his cohorts have said, he's the only one that has defeated Trump. It does seem like Donald Trump said, I'm the only one, I alone can make all these problems go away. And now Biden is saying, I'm the only one that can beat Trump. Seems like it's pretty similar here. And we have a great bench in the Democratic Party. And so we're looking at a man who's saying the other guy's a liar, and he's telling us malarkey. His people are telling us malarkey. But we're in a very bad problem. He is not the candidate anymore. I mean, if you all remember, this is a legal issue now. He was going to get kicked off the ballot in Ohio. They elected him the candidate. So you no longer can remove him. In 3 swing states, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Michigan, there's only one Democratic Congress, Michigan. They have to vote to remove him. I don't believe the Republican Party in Pennsylvania and in Wisconsin are going to do that. Okay, and if they do, it's then Kamala Harris. We don't have. This is legal, so lawyers have to look at this, and everybody says, "Well, get rid of him," and brokered convention. No. Now, maybe the delegate. There's some question whether the delegates can do something, and I promised myself I wasn't going to swear. So we're in this is a pickle. The lifeblood and I have a brother who's a politician. He's an ambassador, as it said. The lifeblood to a campaign in politics, the lifeblood is money. And maybe the only way this gets, with smart lawyers looking at it, is if the money starts drying up. And I'm assuming all of you've gotten a lot of calls. I've gotten a lot of calls. We've all sat there. It was.
Well, I was going to say, what happens now?
But if this is, as Biden says, the fight for our democracy, and he talks about the soldiers, man, he gave us a bunch of malarkey, and I'm really pissed.
Right.
And we all should be really pissed.
Right. And what does this do to Jeffrey Katzenberg's fundraising
Well,
efforts
you
in
know,
Hollywood?
Jeffrey, I mean, you're going to know in the next couple, you're going to see polling, you're going to see it in the next couple of weeks if the money comes in. I talked to a bunch of big donors, and they're moving all their money to Congress and the Senate. I mean, I cannot believe we're in this situation.
Well, as one of the great disruptors in your career, I mean, do we have to sit by and sleepwalk?
It's a legal issue now.
Yeah.
You're not in, I'm going to resign, you know, unless the lawyers tell you something else, and maybe there's some wiggle room. I haven't seen it, and I'm not a lawyer, but we're in fuck city.
Okay, I'm glad we got to that.